So this is Final Fantasy VIII, or VIII.
So this installment of the Final Fantasy series was released in 1999 and was a little bit of a departure from the previous entries in the series.
Pretty sure this is the first game ever to have the vocal effects. It's a bit like Star Wars. Like, I bet there'd be people walking along and just see this writing in the air and be like, what's that about? Be like Sesame Street. Ooh, the letter E hit me in the head. Yeah, some nice people just walking in the field having a picnic and they just see the words, if you come here, hit them in the face. It's a very epic video to get you into this game. Come here. Fire. So, in case you didn't notice, this game stars a rather emo-looking protagonist. You can choose to be a bit, you know, angsty in this game. You can choose to be like, my forehead hurts, please help me. If his injuries aren't serious, it'll just scar him for life.
So right now, it's not very clear what's going on story-wise, but believe me, we'll find out soon.
Remember this woman here. Remember her. She'll come back. So, this is your instructor, who's 1 year older than you. Somehow knows a lot more about the world from 12 months.
So the aforementioned emo-looking protagonist, Squall Leonhardt, is the main character of this game.
It's mind-blowing the fact that the game itself matches the cutscene-ish. I mean, it looks terrible now, but back in 1999 it was the greatest thing ever. Oh, those were the days. Kind of a school days vibe going on with this one. Very different than other Final Fantasy games.
Your instructor's name is Quistis, and she has a little bit of a crush on you.
She tells off the guy that beat you up. It was alright what you did to him. Somehow, you know. Tell he's a favourite. He's obviously the main character. First thing, before we go along to speak to Quistis, we're going to log into our computer. What happens is you get your GF, which isn't your girlfriend, it's your guardian force. You get Quetzalcoatl, which is not a weird looking thumb with the green rainbow coming out of it, it's actually a bird. And then you get Shiver, but we're going to be clever with Shiver. Foreshadowing. And this here is Instructor Trepe, or Trep, or whatever her name is. T-R-E-P-E, like Crep. So Trep, I reckon. They're her fan club. Wow, try to smile a little when you're talking to the instructor. Why? I'm an ominous emo, I can smile when I want, which is never. No, I've not been to the Fire Cavern yet. Is that a euphemism? Right, so I can't take part in an exam that's today, unless I pass the exam that's today. Just walking down the hall, minding your own business, gonna go pick my Chemical Romance CDs up, and oh, what's going on here? Oh, poof. Okay. So, like I said before, you can choose whether to be a doofus or not. You can ask if she's okay, or just be ... And that's how I roll.
So this young girl who's ever so rudely run into you, we'll find out more about later.
She asked, hey, did you just come from that class? No, I was just sitting in the corner. What do you think? Thinking of my last garden. So just to put out to everyone, a garden's like a training academy, like a military base. Could you give me a quick tour? I don't have the time. I'm far too important for you. Bummer. Well, that's so 90s. Gonna go and plug my Strat in and play I Don't Love You by My Chemical Romance. Right here is the most important man in the game, because he gives you your cards. So this was around the time of, like, Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And it was like a really big deal. You can go around and challenge people to card games around the garden. I'm gonna go do that. Duel me! Duel me! Duel me! Duel me! Duel me!
It's time to duel!
One other thing about this game that a lot of people don't like is the Junction System. So the whole idea is you're supposed to junction your GFs, or Guardian Forces, so like summons to yourself, so you can use different abilities each of those GFs have. So right now I can get Quetzalcoatl here to learn HPJ, and the idea is you can junction magic to your attributes. Isn't that clever? So here's my instructor. So one thing that slows the pace of this game down significantly is there's lots of tutorials. Now as a child, I thought, oh yeah, no, I'll be really clever because I don't need to know any of this stuff. I could just go around like in Pokemon and just spam attack buttons, but no. So now on the world map. Back in 1999, the world map and the inside bit were different. The idea is to go and run around and have a random encounter with a monster. So here we go. And here's a bite bug. Bite bug. So in order to help us get more powerful, we can draw magic from these here. So I'm going to draw this question mark magic, which means I don't own it currently. And people don't really like this game because of how long it takes to draw all this magic, but the idea is to draw it a little bit while you're fighting, slowly level up, But people could break the game by sitting here for hours and hours, drawing the best magic from the bite bug. It always amazes me in this game how many of these monsters you actually run into, because they're everywhere. It's like an infestation. You could run around forever, and literally these monsters would keep coming and coming and coming. I mean, imagine that world to live in. Unless like nice upbeat music, it wouldn't be like that at all. But like walking down the road, just like eating a bag of chips, and this bite bug comes out at you. Bite bug. How big are those bite bugs anyway? I mean, like they're like nearly as big as me. Like, at least like his entire torso worth. It's not like being stung by a bee. Imagine like, oh, sorry, a wasp stung me. It'd be a pretty serious thing. You can imagine that. Like you're sitting there eating your like lunch at dinner time, and this giant bug that's bigger than your entire plate appears. Imagine if that landed on your cornflakes. Ooh, something different. That is the ugliest caterpillar in the world. It's like some 4-year-old's drawing they stick on the fridge of a caterpillar. So as with any RPG, you've got to level up a little bit before you take on the first boss. Right into the Fire Cavern we go. Doesn't look very fiery, does it? I would have called it the Rock Cavern. Right, I know how to junction magic. Stop giving me tutorials, please. So these guys are blocking your way because they're supposed to give you the time limit for your assignment, which is going rescue this fire demon. I want to know, they just been stood there all day? I mean, what are they doing? What do they do for fun? Like, have they got like a laptop over there with some films on it? Or do they take shifts? Or are they like sitting just hanging out and then to see people come around the corner like, oh no, it's like a goalkeeper. She's my support. Just gonna keep going, Squall, Squall, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. Alright, here we go, into this fire cavern. So, do they not bring breathing apparatus with them? No. And they're wearing jackets as well. That's one thing that always bugs me about these games. It's like, how do they get cool? He's got like a really winter jacket on. God, they must sweat a lot on these games. Of course, that little celebration they've got going on there must look really, really strange to outsiders. Imagine if you're like walking around, like killing some bite bugs, and some guy just walking through, like with his camera, like taking pictures of some birds or something, and he sees these two teenagers just dancing around and thinking, what are they up to? God, strange people live around here. What's they get up to in that school? I mean, how are these guys not sweating their faces off? I mean, like, he's going to turn around to her and he's going to be like, look, can we just go back? You know, all I want is a glass of water. No, we got to fight the demon. No, really, like, I know I've got to fight the demon, but I think I might pass out from, like, overexertion and dehydration. Please let me have a drink of water. So here is the fire demon. Are you ready? I don't really know if I am or not. I mean, it's very hot, and I really want to go back to my room, have a nice cold shower. Oh no, it's Satan! So I'm going to summon the touch. So this should do some damage, because ice is good against fire. Some anime logic right there. So wait for the callback reference. There we go. They have the touch.
You got the touch. You got the power.
I'm already hot enough without fire in my face, mate. Right, take sword. Yeah, there we go. Take that. Your earrings are stupid too. She's going to give me another tutorial in the middle of a fireplace. I don't want to know. Oh, I just want to go back to my room, have an ice cream, go to bed. Oh, I never knew because it'd be so cold. It feels like a snowball fight. Alright, back to the garden. The safety of the garden, which is an anagram for danger. Oh, let's go have a nice cold shower. Now change into uniform and assemble at the 1F lobby. Are you kidding me? Really? I don't even get a toilet break. What is this woman? What is she? Why? I just gotta go and have a bath. Don't care what she says. Bite bug!